Jacket back on. Oh, we don't have to do that again, do we?
I was gonna say, are we doing it again?
No.
Like we never left.
Okay, we will go back into open session. At 2 o'clock, we have build out approval of EMS quarters at fire station. Is that you?
Matt, I don't know anything about that, so.
Really?
Yeah.
He's out printing stuff.
We're just gonna throw you in the middle of everything.
That sounds
You
good.
have some questions?
Lots of questions, probably not the ones you want to answer to on that, though.
If I vote to, never mind.
Huh? Did you make him leave?
Yes, sir. We'll bring him in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing the open.
We're doing the build out approval of EMS quarters at fire station. See, here's the mask. Here's the mask you need, Matt.
There you go.
Makes you feel jolly.
Those disinfected papers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, as you're aware, we have talked to Cole County Fire Department about making some modifications to their fire station at the county park. There's currently no bedrooms in that facility, and there's currently no shower in that facility. Pulled all the players together. You have in front of you basically two estimates, an estimate to do the build out and an estimate for the plumbing for the shower. Cole County's good with it. They've got to knock a hole in the floor and take the sewer line out and bring the water lines in from the other side of the basement. Tom Ditzler gave us a bid of $8,000 to basically do the build out. That includes to build the two bedrooms, do the wiring, and build out the bathroom so that the shower could be added to it. They'd have to change the sink and put a shower in it. And then John Ballou was very familiar with the Cole County Fire Station there. He knew where the sewers were at and the rest of the stuff. His bid was $3,762 to plumb in the sink, the shower, furnish all the materials and the rest of it. So we would be looking at this portion of $11,762. And Cole County Fire is good with it, and they presented basically an addendum to the agreement. There's an agreement in place from 2013, which I've got a copy of here as well. I assume it needs to go to Jill, but it's got they're just basically saying they're good with all the contractors being used. They just want to make sure everybody's licensed, that Cole County's paying the bill, and that we agreed like we are at the other fire stations, if we're there all the time, we would be paying the utilities instead of just half the utilities. So that's basically what we've got so far. I don't know if you guys have got any questions or not. We would be asking for approval to move forward.
How much are utilities a month?
I'm trying to think what they were. They weren't very much. I don't remember what utilities are in that facility, but they're not very much.
Okay.
I wanna say like 4,000 maybe for the year.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
okay,
the-
okay, yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm fine, I'm just,
Yeah, well, I couldn't believe the price it was. It was low enough that it surprised me. when
But there we
looked at
just
it.
paid half.
Right, now, currently we pay half, so we would be paying
Pay 'em full.
100% of
Yeah.
utility instead of half, because they don't have anybody living in the facility.
Just keep thermostats down.
And that's basically our portion of the rent. There's no, they don't charge us anything for rent. We just pick up the
Yeah.
utilities.
So I got 2 questions.
So that's as long as, oh, go ahead.
One, we're gonna expense this out, obviously, we can't take the shower in the bedrooms with us if we would decide not to be housed there anymore. So it would be fully expensed, and it would be the fire station's property once it's done and completed. Is there some kind of liability clause or something in there for if the contractor would get hurt, or if something would happen?
Sorry.
I mean, because we will not be insuring that part of the building either. I mean, even though we're paying for it, we would not be insuring that in any way.
What they had drawn up. And I should have sent that to you ahead of time.
Okay, so what was your concern, Kristen?
Well, one, the contractors that are on site, if something would happen and they get hurt, do they carry their own?
I would think we'd have the same agreement with the contractors that we do for all other construction.
We did not before, when we used this, but we didn't even have an agreement, all we had was his invoice.
That's not good. Yeah, I mean, we need to, Jessica's got that boilerplate that we came up with, that we use for all that stuff, just because it sets out what they have to have, what they're responsible for, their workers' comp and all that stuff. So why don't we get that in place before anything occurs?
So we can put that on for Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, it should just be a certificate of insurance from Tom Disler. And should encompass his subs, and then certificate of insurance from Jim, or from John Bilyeu, but it needs to include work comp on
We do have kind of all that language in our standard.
In that standard contract.
We get that if we need to put that on the agenda for Thursday. We just got this yesterday, so we'll get this.
Some of it I got late last night.
We'll get it.
How long are we staying in there? What's the terms of the agreement?
So as long as we're there
Yeah.
for 24 hours, we would pay the full utilities. If we're there for 12 hours, as we currently are, then we would pay half the utilities.
It's basically, it's the same contract, so to speak, we've been using since 13 with them. They just were amending the hours. Currently, we're there 9 to 9, it says.
So we'll try to get that contract, be ready for Thursday too. Jill, I think you're the one that got it the last time,
What's that, the original?
with the fire department.
Oh.
Paying the utilities.
Yeah,
If I forward this to you with the revisions in it.
yeah, I had the boilerplate because I wrote it,
Okay.
so just send it to me.
I will.
it. So does the term of the lease just continue unless breached by either party, or?
Here, David, hand it to me. Faster.
Yes.
It's a little less than that.
Notice of cancellation of the agreement or decision not to renew shall be in writing 9 days before the date of withdrawal from use of the fire stations. So,
90 days?
Okay.
it's automatically renewing January. But if you're gonna cancel, you need 90 days.
it's
So right now we're
So
just
it's already in place for the whole next year?
Yeah.
Just changing the terms.
Right now, we're just using the bay. Replace the park and
Well,
put the
the
truck for
day area,
12 hours.
day area in the bay, right?
Yeah, they've got a small kitchen in there and what I'd call a day room. And they had a training facility in there, but when they built their new facility down in Monticello, they've got a huge training room in there. So we're about the only one that's ever used a training facility in that building. they've been good enough to let us use it.
I'm good.
I'm good.
We will move forward then and get the necessary paperwork, yeah.
Did y'all get things straightened out for Wardsville's?
I haven't heard back from Wardsville, have you?
We don't have any of that information, so
All right.
we'll reach out after the meeting and see if we can get additional stuff. My understanding is they're waiting on bids.
You guys probably need to vote to do that as an emergency purchase as well at some point, so that we can avoid bidding otherwise.
Right. That's fine.
Okay, so we can put it on Thursday's agenda if you're okay with that.
Yeah, well, we have the contracts ready and proof of insurance.
Sure.
Or just at least have the proof of insurance requirements before they commence work.
Okay. Yes, sir. We can do that. All right, the next one.
Okay.
All right, so this is Agency 360.
Hold on.
Are we going into closed session here?
There should be Agency 360 on there, is there not?
Nope.
No? Oh, I'll have to bring that back up. Thought that was on there. That's Agency 360. Should have been on there. Yeah, that's approved. Do it. But I can get it on
Do we need it on there for tomorrow, or when do we need it on there?
We gotta have notice.
there. Yeah, we can do it for Thursday.
Thursday? Okay. All right, I move we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri for legal actions, sub
Why
1.
don't we do Matt's stuff first?
It's all Matt's.
No, Matt's not legal. Matt is contracts, there's two contract issues.
Okay.
Legal is with Debbie and Kristen, that has to do with CARES Act funds.
Oh,
Okay. So, for contract negotiations, sub 12.
Second.
roll call?
Chris,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
So we're not going into, for legal action yet.
So then we gotta come out of closed session, we'll have
I
to call
don't
her
know.
back in, we'll have to go back into closed
Well, you
session.
can just name
And
go
then we'll
in
have to
for all
go send her
three
back
and
out.
then-
Well, I thought that's what we were trying to do, is go into it all under
Yeah, they can.
subsection 1 and 12.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Okay.
And we go into closed session for legal action, sub 1.
So we're adding that to it.
Yes.
Yeah, we already voted. so-
Okay, second.
Okay, all in favor? Roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye, yeah.
You do it,
Just
Dawn.
add it to the motion.
Just, yeah.
Put it for subsection 1 and 12.
Okay.
Legal action, sub 1, and contract negotiations, sub 12.
Okay.
And we're gonna do contract negotiations first.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're done with me for now?
Yeah.
Yes. But we'll holler at you when we're done here. Thanks, Dawn.